Anyway, today we're covering a cryptid, the Jersey Devil, also known as the Leeds Devil. Yeah. The Leeds Devil goes back to colonial times. He, or should I say it, was born in the Pine Barren Woods, New Jersey, in 1735. I almost started quoting Hamilton right there. Like, 1789. We'll have to get copyright for that.
The room where it happens, the room
where it happens, the room where it happens. I want to be in the room where it happens. Okay. Anyway,
is why we don't get through our scripts.
Yeah. We were talking about the Jersey Devil, not Hamilton. Hamilton is really good though.
Yeah.
But quarantine. Stay at home, kids.
Quarantine.
So it was born to Deborah Leeds, the last name being why the creature is sometimes referred to as the Leeds Devil, because it's the Leeds family, and it's their devil. I don't know where I was going with that. He was her 13th child, 13 being an, unlucky number. People are always like, it's the 13th child. I just want to comment, that's a lot of children.
Yeah,
Women, I am so sorry for you.
Listen, I don't want children, which I know is a peculiar thing for a woman to say, but even back then, with people, having 13 fucking children, why? Why would you want to do that to yourself? You have been through labor, right?
I think we've discussed that, psychology is forget about all that pain.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
the brain is weird. It's weird like that. I guess it's I guess it's
a survival mechanism.
Yeah.
But fuck that.
Yeah.
I've already said 2 curse words in the span of 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I'm sorry for that woman. I guess it's not her choice, because women not have rights back then. I word well. I mean, that's the biggest...
Yeah, but she can shove him off, right? I don't know. I've never had
I think she would be called a witch
before.
if she did that. She would be called a witch back then.
She would be called a witch if she didn't let him,
Yeah, basically.
I'm not gonna get too graphic with that.
He'd either...
You already went to
He'd either call her a witch, or, women were dependent on men a lot, so she couldn't just... Yeah. How do we get to these topics? It's been only, the first 5 minutes.
Being a woman, early days, horrible. I feel like the only woman who ever got treated correctly was,
the Queen? No, actually...
The Queen of England?
The Queen
Didn't you
of
learn anything
France!
from 6?
The Queen of France who got her head chopped off. It's, equality.
That's not, no! What we're striving for is that people don't get their heads cut off.
Everyone got their heads chopped off the same way with the same guillotine. Equality. I think that's what they called it.
Yeah.
So, he was her 13th child, and when she found out she was pregnant, it was said that she cursed the child, stating, "Let this one be the devil." Which is, just a strange thing to say.
Yeah, I hate children, but I would never say, "Let this one be the devil."
I think she was just really angry. I guess she's
she went through 13 pregnancies.
Yeah,
I would be angry.
Yeah, so I guess that's the way they expressed anger back then.
just when you're in the middle of an argument with your spouse, just scream out, "Let this one be the devil!"
Yeah.
And all your problems will be solved.
Basically.
The Jersey Devil will come and take you away to a far-off land where you will eat cotton candy and, I don't know, dance.
I almost said drink vodka and don't. Cotton candy and vodka.
Oh, yeah. This is even more healthy than the first one.
I know. Alright, so where was I? I really shouldn't be the one reading the background. Don't let me read the background ever.
Okay.
So when the child was born, it was healthy and normal, but almost instantly, after entering the world, it transformed into a monster and flew up the chimney.
Okay, but you gotta, just one question. One really, really important question. It came out of her and then it transformed?
It came
Or, like,
out of-
how did this go? Did it, like, wait an hour, or
It was
it,
like, I
almost
think
immediate?
almost immediate. Like, it came out. Oh look, it's a healthy child," said the midwife, and then it'd be like, "Grr," and
And it
just
turned
wings,
into a fucking
a
goat
donkey
with
or something.
wings.
It's like a I guess it's
Alright.
with
Yeah, I don't...
like.
That's some horrifying image. I would never want to be in this lady's position.
I'm so sorry for the midwife. I think in some like stories the midwife gets killed.
Jesus Christ.
I don't have sources to back me up, but I think I read something about like how the midwife got killed by it. Like she's like, "Oh, it's healthy," and then it's like, "No, I ain't."
It's like, oh wow, just wow. Alright.
Well, yeah, so someone will have to fact check that. Or cryptid check that. I don't know if this yeah.
Yeah. Just all the women in the story are getting screwed over.
Yeah.
By the way, there's also an extra space in between almost and instantly, and I'm just gonna get into it.
Alright.
My grievances with our script.
So the description of the creature varies, but most agree that it had wings of a bat, head and hooves like a horse's or goats, and a demon tail. I don't know how they call it a demon tail, because like most of them say it's like a trident, and I've never heard of a trident demon tail.
I thought it was like a pointy, like an arrow.
I thought it was like a
demon tails.
I thought it was like a spade, or wait, maybe spade.
I think a spade's rounded though, isn't it?
I
I'm
felt
going
like
off
it
of
was
the
like an
card game.
upside down heart, or like either a spearhead or a spade. That's the only ones I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Anyway, strange.
Yeah. Well, anyway, people know how to tell apart demon tails and other tails. Yeah, so
But
we'll
do
just
they know?
trust. Yeah. No, I'm trying to be sarcastic, kind of.
Okay.
So it had, it's either more like humanoid or more animal. Like,
Annoyed.
let's call it a Spinosaurus-like creature. It's either bipedal, it stands on two legs, or it goes on all fours.
Yeah.
It goes either way, or like depending on who you're getting the story from, I guess. In any legend, there's always room for skepticism. That's where we come in, because skepticism, skeptics rule. Questioning everything.
Woo-hoo.
Life.
I don't know what I just did.
The exact thing any skeptic would do. So here are some possible explanations. Keep in mind none of these were proven right, nor can they be until the creature is captured or a confession/discovery is made. like, disproving that it exists in the first place. So let's get into the explanations.
Alright, so the Jersey Devil is said to live in the Pine Barren Woods in New Jersey. And it's thought that the people who live in the Pine Barren Woods with it made up the legend to scare off outsiders. No one enjoys being a target by gangs, and that's exactly what happened to the Pineys, as they're called, which is a weird name.
I mean, they're in the Pine Barren Woods. Right? Cricket.
I just don't like Pineys sound like your Chris Pine's, like, entourage or something.
Should they be berries? I don't know. Baronies?
No, I think they should just be called humans who live in Pine Barrens.
That's way too long. How about we shorten it down to...
Fine.
Human residents of Pine Barren. Human residents, HR.
That's the same. That's almost as long as the other one.
Human residents, HR of. Do we put oven? HRO.
I don't know.
P B.
How do acronyms work?
W.
Alright, anyway. The Pineys, which I hate that name, but anyway, they were a society of outcasts. They range from poor farmers to Native Americans, poachers, moonshiners, runaway slaves to escaped criminals. What the fuck is a moonshiner?
They bargain alcohol illegally.
Oh, so they're like the mob, I see.
Yeah, the mob before the mob. Well, actually,
yeah,
that's what happened to
mob.
Yeah. I mean, they're pre and post mob. They still exist, I believe. I think maybe. I mean,
but wouldn't they just be part of the
drugs?
Mob?
It's like
weed.
It's like the mob, but they're not part of the mob. Like, you have to be part of a group to be part of the mob. This is basically like any random person out there who decided to bargain some alcohol. Alcohol.
Alright.
I'll shut up now.
Anyway. Also, moonshiners kind of sounds like you're... Have you ever heard of mooning?
Shining at the moon?
No, it's where you show your bare ass.
What?
Ooh, funny story. Oh my god, what was it called? It was a stay-away trip that my school did. One of the clubs I was in did it. And so we went there, and one day the boys were telling the teacher about how they could see each other through the windows. Now, we were all in cabins, and the cabins each had 3 rooms. 3 rooms had the beds, and so your group would be in one room, and then another group would be in another room, another group would be in a different room. And, you know, they didn't allow us to go away from the camp, or the cabin, at any time other than with an adult, because school. So, these 2 groups of boys, their cabin room was like, had a window so they could see another cabin room, and that cabin room could see them back. So they would like mess with each other, and so they admitted to the teacher that one of them had mooned the other, but I can't remember if it was by accident or on purpose.
What? What? How do you accidentally do that?
That is a good point, and I do not know. Highwaymen robbed people going in and out of towns. A story of the Jersey Devil might have been created by the Pineys in hope that others would not bother them, or even just so their kids would behave, because kids suck. There are so many legends where children are just, like, supposed to be afraid, like the La Llorona. Am I
La
pronouncing that right?
Verona.
I took 3 years of Spanish, I
The
swear.
Spanish person, I don't take Spanish, so if I mispronounce anything,
Croissant.
yes, that's definitely Spanish. The woman that screams. We're talking about her. She's supposed to scare children, I think.
Yeah, look it up on your own time.
We might cover it later. Maybe.
Yeah, even though, really, isn't she just supposed to, like, be dragging men into rivers?
Scream! That was such a static scream, too. Scream is an onomatopoeia now. I think that onomatopoeia was the. I think.
Onomatopoeia is like when you write down sounds, like click, click.
Yeah. So, scream is now an onomatopoeia.
Alright, our second theory was Benjamin Franklin made it up. And this one basically entails that Titan Leeds, who was Titan Leeds?
Someone relating
like,
to the
Deborah
family.
Leeds'
I think he's
husband?
either her father, grandfather,
Father-in-law?
something like that. I think
Alright.
it was her grandfather.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, so
Oh.
our second theory is that Benjamin Franklin made it all up. Long ago, Titan Leeds and Benjamin Franklin. By the way, Titan Leeds is maybe the grandfather of Deborah Leeds. Who knows? We don't. They were
The
both
names
writing
are
and publishing
crazy.
almanacs. And Benjamin Franklin wanted to sabotage his opponent, so his almanac would have better sales, so he made up the story about Deborah Leeds giving birth to this demon. Because that would sabotage sales, I guess?
He
I don't know what
actually
his
first said
deal
that
was.
Titan Leeds was going to die. And
Jesus Christ!
Titan
This
Leeds
is one of our
didn't
founding
die.
fathers.
That Titan Leeds didn't die, but Benjamin Franklin was like, actually he's dead. He's just possessed and he's just moving. Necromancy. I don't know what Benjamin Franklin is messed up.
I had very high thoughts of Benjamin Franklin, mostly
Same.
because at the beginning of
He's
8th
on the
grade, I got to play
$100
him.
bill. Ow. I just cracked.
And we all know it matters what bills you're on.
I just cracked my leg.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I didn't think that bones can crack in leg.
They most certainly can. Oh, God.
I think I just pinched a muscle or something. I don't know what happened. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to save myself from the horrible... Why am I sitting like this? It hurts! Alright. Theory 3 is that this is a misidentification of known animals. It's big, it flies, it's got glowing eyes. It's an owl. Yeah, that's what... yeah, you heard me.
Squawk!
Why?
I have, like, a goal to, like, make noises every single time we mention an animal. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, God. Alright, we and many others believe that a local great horned owl was the culprit. An encounter with one of those in the dark sounds like it would be terrifying. Being unfamiliar with the creature would be even more horrifying. People tend to exaggerate when they pass their experience on, so it could have been a scary story based on a real encounter. However, other animals might have also played in. The Jersey Devil was blamed for killing livestock. Today, coyotes and bobcats are the top predators of the area. Foxes also continue to roam the woods. These might not sound too intimidating, but if I told you that cougars and wolves used to be the ruler of these woods. Gray wolves used to call pretty much all of the U.S. mainland home, and their numbers range from 250,000 to 500,000 wild wolves. They similarly, I know how to pronounce words. They similarly to other predators were exterminated as people saw them as threatening. After the 1960s, people have made their attempts somewhat.
Wait, wait, what did I write?
He wrote, after the 1960s, people had made their attempts, some of which were successful, to reintroduce wild wolves into the country. But it will take a while for them to get back to their original numbers. And I messed up every word possible in that one sentence.
I mean, it still is grammatically correct, I think. Yes.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I didn't.
Any thoughts on this one?
I did not make any animal noises, and that's sad. I'm just gonna go with that. I was going to, and then I was like...
that's our thoughts.
Yes, that's my thoughts. I have failed.
Yeah. Thoughts with M. Oh, God. This is fun. I love this podcast already.
M knows how to think. Yeah.
T doesn't know how to speak either. Or think. She's tired. We're all tired.
Yeah.
Alright, our fourth theory is that it was that the Jersey Devil was made up to discriminate against the Leeds family. Deborah Leeds was said to have birthed the Jersey Devil along with 12 other children. As we have said before, this sounds horrifying. Anyway, Deborah was a Quaker who was disliked by the Quaker community, which meant double discrimination in the 1600s to the 1700s. The ancestors of the family supported Lord Cornbury, that's a dumb name, who was the first royal governor of New Jersey, who was strongly disliked by the people. When the anti-British feelings kicked in, the Leeds family was an easy target. It is thought that the Jersey Devil lore was made to shame Deborah and give the townsfolk more reason to hate her and her family. Alright, so, any thoughts?
I am so sorry for that whole family. Like, we don't even recognize it today how much the Loyalists had to suffer.
Yeah. I know the birth of our country is a momentous occasion, but tarring and feathering people and, like, just being real assholes.
Yeah. That's
so
the only word to describe that whole war. Like, it was so hypocritical.
Yeah, and then, like, they got mad at people, or the Loyalists, for standing up for it was just, yeah. History is a load of perspective, and I think once you get rid of this perspective, you realize that both sides are really, really a bunch of dumbasses who are horrible people.
Or they both have, like, humans who are losing their lives on. Because, like, they're fighting for a cause most of them just don't even believe in. Just because they were basically forced. That's how most wars go. It's either nationalism, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna fight, yeah. Or it's, they force the people, and the people don't know how to turn back because they're afraid of all the other people who are following.
We're gonna get deported really quick.
I don't think. I think they'll have
Anyway.
to put us on an island away from everything because no one will accept us.
Yeah, no one
I am
will.
fine with that.
We've got strange.
I am fine
views.
with that.
Personally, history for me.
Less
I
people,
dislike
it's
history
good.
class.
Welcome to T&M. We get deported. Watch the next video
T&M,
to find out where we
deported
went.
Oh god. Yeah, just war is not fun for anyone, and yeah. I feel like good old words. Words is how you fix things, not guns. and
Communication. Communication.
Communication is key in any relationship, whether it be with your mother country or
Communism.
or with your significant other. Anyway.
Communicate. Communicate
communicate.
communism. Communicate with your community about communism.
What is that I hear? It's deportation.
Ding ding. That's your boat.
Putin's calling us.
I don't know. I don't think he's communist though. I think everyone hates communism now. I think.
Really? Isn't China still communist?
Oh, actually, we could go to China. Everybody in China is already. All we have to do is just sit around for a couple days. In quarantine because they're afraid that we're gonna bring in coronavirus back. China's basically healed.
You know what? Let's just go and occupy that island in the Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda?
Bermuda!
Oh, God. Anyway. There's really no way to find out if any of these are real reasons behind the Jersey Devil. Or even if the Jersey Devil is real, but we've given you some theories. It's up to you to decide if you believe any of them, or if you think it's a combination, or if you think it's just a load of shit. As we always remind you, do your own research if you're interested. Hope you enjoyed our podcast. Thanks for watching. This has been T.
And M. Bye.
And we are go bye-bye now.
Go bye-bye.